Some specific moment in time that you can say, wow, I'm always going to remember that moment.
Wait, the band or an individual?
The band or an individual from the band.
I think I have a photograph that's kind of well known in KISS fan world. No, it's for me. It's a photograph of Gene, and this is also what I mean by spontaneity. We were in the studio, and I said to Gene, I had this idea since I saw his character as like a work of art, you know, that we go to the Metropolitan Museum, and he'd already let his driver go. So I said, it's no problem, we'll get on the bus, which we did, and of course in complete New York style, no one on the bus paid any attention to him in full character, up Madison Avenue from 61st Street to the Metropolitan Museum. And when we got there, there was this incredibly tall pedestal. And I had not thought of this because I didn't bring a ladder with me. And it was Gene's idea. I said, you know what I really wanted to do was get you up on the pedestal. So he said, oh, it's no problem. You and Mary, my assistant, we got on our backs on four legs and he stood on us to get up in place for that picture on the monument. And I don't know if everyone here has seen it, and I wish I could just pull it out, but you'll have to get the book.
Did I see a picture of Vinnie Vincent in there?
Pardon?
Did I see a picture of Vinnie Vincent?
No, I don't think so. No, that's
Oh,
Ace.
Ace, okay. Just the lighting. Robert, what about you? What specific moment?
I have a lot. There's a lot of experiences, but the one that I'll pick for now was there was a Saturday when Gene was kind enough to invite me to his guest house for the day, and I had no idea why he wanted me to come over, and it turned out that that was the day that he had a designer on site by the name of Susan McGowan, and we spent all day going through boxes and boxes of photos, slides, even listening to Kiss at the Daisy for the first time, that Live at the Daisy 73 bootleg that's out right now. I heard that for the first time way back in '93 while we were working on Kisstory. Even though my name is on Kisstory, I had actually been a contributor to that book. So to see those pages about 6 months before the book was actually available and be able to give critique and pick out some of the photos that ultimately went in the book was, you know, working literally as close as Dennis is to me is how close Gene was. Susan literally was right here to the right of me, and we spent all day doing that, and that was just such a really cool experience.
Ken?
There are many, but the one that stands out right now is Mohegan's Son. Me and Gene in his room with the guitar agent, Paul, and we were chatting. We must have chatted for an hour and a half, and it was mostly, here it is, I'm getting ready to do guitars for the guy, and we're setting up different designs and concepts, and he starts asking me about my old Warren days, the comic book days, and he says, don't worry, Ken, ask me about any single one you want, I know every one of them by heart. And the man did. He was chatting, how did you do this particular thing? And it turned out to be a meeting about Creepy and Eerie, and not about the guitars, and I just thought that was just so honest and sincere. It stands out.
And by the way, Gene's knowledge of the comics is one of the reasons why I wanted to do fantasy art for the story. Because I knew Gene would appreciate it, for one. So I would have won at least half of the decision makers over right out of the box. I had a couple of pleasant experiences with these guys, and I have to think hard. One was when I was doing the Asylum album cover, and the back of Asylum, if you remember what it looks like, is the four guys standing there in this black and white. And because the front cover had that paint on it, I wanted the back cover and the rest of it to look like it was hand done. So all of the credits and everything are written by hand, by me. And I was going to tint with watercolor and dye those black and white photos. And Paul walked into the art department that day when I was going to do that. And you know, Paul's a bit of an artist. And he has good taste. I think he has a good eye. And he said, "Can I help?" I said, "Yeah. Well, let me find a brush." I gave him a scraggly old brush. I couldn't, I was embarrassed. I couldn't find a good brush. And we mixed up watercolors together, and he was on one side of the artwork, and I was on the other side, and we simultaneously painted. He painted what I wanted, I painted what I wanted. We discussed, should that be darker? No, lighter, And it was a very sweet, quiet time where I felt like I got to know the guy better than at any other time. And it was really nice. My Gene moment was when we were in some suburb of Boston, and we were shooting a video for Don Kirshner's rock concert. You guys are old enough to remember that. And they shot 2 songs. They didn't do it live on Don Kirshner's show because they wanted to control it. Not they, Bill Klein. Bill Klein, very smart. And there's a lot of downtime when you do a video. So I'm sitting on an equipment case with Gene, and we're chatting. And his knowledge of cartoons and stuff comes up again, but not comics, but silly cartoons. So it comes around to Beaky Buzzard. Anybody know who Beaky Buzzard is? The old cartoon, like a Looney Tune? He's a little baby buzzard, and he was stupid. He was a stupid little baby buzzard. And when he flew in slow motion like this. And he sang a little song. And the song was, "Oh, Bill, Bill, Bill." And Gene and I sang it together in harmony. I like it.
Everybody good job.
I guess there's been a lot of things that went on when we were on the road, but I think the most entertaining moment I found, again with Gene and Paul, we played in Paris on the first tour in the afternoon at the Olympia Theater. That evening was Jerry Lewis. We went back to see Jerry Lewis. When we left that show to come back to the hotel, Gene and Paul are doing Jerry Lewis imitations all the way back to the hotel, which was quite silly, but very entertaining.
That's great.
Yeah, nice lady.